everybody? What up, what up, what up? Can you hear me? Rocking out? How y'all feeling? Content Lasagna. What up? Dark Side Ranter. Gaming. And just a bad boy with internet hanging out with us on that platform. I actually recorded my live react to the It's a Dented Life. I saved it locally. I'm going to have to put it through the Premiere and edit out a lot. A lot. But big ups, everybody. Yes, we're playing video games today. We're hot dudes. I said we were going to be exclusively on Kick, but we're also live on YouTube as well. Glad you're all here with me and with us, of course. Only the best here. Bring it straight into the gameplay, too. No soliloquies. Darkwind, what up? Hell yeah. It's a holiday tradition.
This live stream may contain mature material some viewers might not find suitable.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. There it is. We are here at the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Level 99. Fear Monarch, Darkwind, just a bad boy with internet, the Content Lasagna, Dark Side Ranter. Just a bad boy with internet with the moral support, sending thoughts and players. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How's everybody doing? We are coming hot off the heels of the Kino Casino dropping their latest ESP movie. It's a Dented Life. And I have some thoughts. I did a live recording locally to... Hey!
At King Cruel became a member. At King Cruel celebrates 7 months of membership. The Dented Zone was great. A little
Yes.
gay, but good.
Yes, sir. I'm going to have to agree with you. It wasn't a little gay. It was a lot of gay. And there was nothing wrong with that. You know, we're progressive. We're open-minded. Andy was serving a lot in that video. But first off, thank you so much, King Be Cruel. Ladies and gentlemen, bow your heads and pretend to be serious. We are amongst royalty. King Be Cruel in the ha.
Diaz is king.
They go on to say, Andy and PPP, I call him Triple P, are very comfortable with their sexuality. I mean, you said it, not me. The part that got me was obviously the fappening 2.0 that went about 2 minutes. And then when they were still on the phone after all of that, bros, I was dying. But look, we're not here to talk about watching all of us collectively watch Andy Worski simulate May 1st. We're here to play Sonic Mania. So I didn't know that you guys rocked with Sonic so much. I may have shown my autism power levels too late in the in the whole grand scheme of things. So let me just go ahead and turn on the old PlayStation, and we'll just get right into it. Is this the new one or the Christmas one? The new one is the Christmas one. Someone needs to check if it was 2 minutes and 20 seconds for May 2nd. Oh my God. You know, that would be the thing. That would be the thing, wouldn't it? All right, so let me know. Can you guys see everything? Can you hear everything? I'm going to have to change my display settings. Duplicate these displays. Keep these changes. Speaking of the TISM for the blue blur, we got Whisper and Tangle confirmed for Crossworlds. What the? Audio's a little crazy every now and then. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know. I can fix that. Watch this. Monitors to one monitor. Good now? Okay, cool. The Dented Zone was hilarious, though. Yes, I highly recommend you watch it. I mean, Casino is live right now. And look, I said in the tweet that I was going to live react to it. I'm glad that I didn't, because yeah, you can't show any of that on YouTube. And I'm surely I'm not going to be taking Kino Casino viewers from them, but the principle of it, you know? Octopath Traveler 2, just a bad boy with internet. How is that game treating you? This was the last great Sonic game. Actually, well, for the elder millennial in me. Let me turn this down a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't want it to sound too crazy. You just got to Act 3 on Expedition 33? Aw, shoot. I'm so behind in that game. Like, literally, the end of Act 1 just happened. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but anybody that knows. Damn, Tails, you got some cake on you. Pause. We're going to take that back. Strike it from the record. All right, let's have Mania mode or Encore mode, bros. Ooh, fuck it. We ball. You want to start from the beginning, or do you want to start from... Where are all this shit? Where? You know what? Screw it. No save. We're going to start from the beginning. I mean, it's basically the Crash 4 for Sonic fans. It's an overdose of nostalgia and fan service. So yes, I've shown my autism power level a little bit too much when it comes to my love of playing Sonic the Hedgehog games and the holiday season. Oh, it takes me back to the peaks of my youth. Does that have a bouncy spring on it? Oh, and the drop thing. Oh, I forgot about that. Shout out to the kick bots. It's weird. Every time I try to get rid of them, oh, there it is. It'll say, there's been an error. Excellent game. I'll give it a 9. And I grade tough. Okay. Oh, man. This does remind me of the holidays. Really, it does. Sonic 3, specifically. Sonic and Knuckles also. These were the games that I was playing during the holidays. Like, I always found myself playing Sonic games over the holidays when I was growing up. I was a Sega kid, and it just so happens that, like, all of the Sonic games in my life lined up with the holidays. I was literally just thinking this is like if Nintendo went to Pizza Tower and said, hey, how about a new Wario Land from you? Damn. Okay, here we go. So I ended up playing Sonic Frontiers last year, and it wasn't during the it was during the holidays, but it was one of those games that I was playing because it was free on the PlayStation Network. Sonic Frontiers, like the open world, like Sonic Breath of the Wild style game. And I liked it. It was different, and it had a vibe to it. I liked the music. Being able to just zoom around and do whatever, and there was little pockets of activities to do. I dug it. There's larger things going on that I had to, like, Shadow of Colossus style figure out. Channel Handle over on YouTube. What up? Getting into that Nights into Christmas this year? You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm glad you said that out loud, because the entire concept of me appreciating Sonic games over the holidays didn't really happen. Like, it happened on a whim, and then it branched off into other timelines where I was, like, rocking with RYSE and Dynamite Heady during the holidays. But it always came back to Sonic. It always came back to Sonic. It always came back to Lunar, and it always came back to, like, Chaotix right here. This is, like, the quintessential Chaotix thing. I don't like the game Chaotix, but I played it during the holidays, and I tricked my young mind into thinking that it was a good Sonic game. But the soundtrack was absolutely incredible. Like, probably top 3 Sonic soundtracks of all time, in my opinion. If you haven't played them, the DS Sonic games, Rush and 2, are really good. You just gotta emulate them. Fear Monarch, you know what? I'm looking for a new holiday thing, and we were just talking about how Sonic always seems to check that box. So I'll absolutely do that, actually, because there was a time where, like I was saying before, like, I'd always find a game that I would try to play during the holidays. So I even tried doing the Game Boy Advance Sonic games. I remember taking my Game Boy Advance to the family holiday get-togethers, and I would play after, like, eating dinner or whatever. So I'll absolutely do that. Absolutely. Look at this. Look at this, bro. It's like Sunset, the classic Green Hill Zone. The soundtrack by Lee Thropes, I think. Man, all the bots loving this channel today. Shout out to all the kick bots. They must know I'm a threat. That's why they're spamming me. You mess with my money, Jamie. Love the Sonic Rush soundtrack on the first. They were excellent games. Now you have piqued my interest. I've definitely tried to associate lesser games with the holidays when I was in a pinch. No, I didn't want to be Knuckles, man. That's fine. Look at that. How they come into the screen is exactly like how it is in Knuckles Chaotix. Again, like, I forced myself to like that game. I didn't like it at all. The rubber band effect that they had, the main mechanic in Knuckles Chaotix. You have some of that in this game, which is fine because it still scratches that nostalgic itch for me. But I could have left it. I could have left it in the past, you know? I'm a Sonic fan too, so you should like it. Okay, there you go. There you go. I kind of enjoyed Sonic Forces. Am I more dented than Jade? That's it. You know what? I'm pausing this game right fucking now. All right. I'm going to tell you this. I'm serious, okay? I downloaded Sonic Forces. It was free on the PlayStation dealio or whatever. And I played the intro level, and then I uninstalled it. It wasn't for me. Maybe I played it at a bad time in my life. Maybe I'm just too old for this shit. But it didn't do anything for me. Deactivate and activate. I'm trying to get my audio to line up correctly. Let me see something. You gotta let me know if you feel like the audio is like slowly becoming desync, because I feel like I have to do something. I don't specifically have my gameplay video screen as this, but I wanted to switch it up, make it seem transformative. Sonic Forces was the last great Game Grumps playthrough, though, not gonna lie. I am familiar with the Game Grumps, but not as much as I would say like a Angry Video Game Nerd, or even to lesser extent, Spoonie. I am familiar with their work. I didn't like colors, to be honest. Overhyped. Bro!
Ian Undercover subscribed to the channel.
Hey, thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. I appreciate you. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. I will take that positivity and bring it into the fight with me. Oh, and... So let me pose a question to everybody here in the chat across YouTube and Kick. I would like to think that we're all like Sonic fans. We all rock with Sonic for a little while in our lives. What was the best Sonic boss theme? I already have my answer. Which Sonic game, in your opinion, had the best boss soundtrack? Oh, and I liked Colors, by the way. We're gonna be playing Colors on the channel very soon. I played one level of it, and for whatever reason, that video blew up. I'm telling you guys, I might become a Sonic streamer. Hey!
At channel handle 143 became a member.
Thank you so much. Let's go. Excuse me. Thank you. I appreciate that. You are a card-carrying member of the Level 99 Lore Corps. Let's go. And I forgot to mention, hold on, let me put this thing on over here. There. So we have milestones. We have milestones in order to go over to the green room. I've been listening to viewer feedback, and I'm going to try and implement them. All support usually means we go over to the green room, but we suffer from so much success that we have to put a little guardrail on it. It's a small one. Trust me. I love being able to go into the green room and celebrating every time any type of support comes through, but I have to be a little bit more conservative with my concentrate and my flowers.
I can say whatever the fuck I want, and you like it.
Sheesh. Yeah, let's rally that support. Can't be messing with the money. Nah, you're good. You're good. But usually we always like to celebrate suffer from the success of this stream anytime anybody brings any support. However, I do want everything to count. So I want to put that over into the green room goal that you see in the upper left corner right over there. But I'm going to need to open up Chrome right here, go over to my stream elements, and I will find a more eloquent solution in order to figure that all out. But we're going to put that overlay up there. We're going to edit that. I'm going to just add what that sub was, and we're going to put it towards the goal. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. There, and boom. I think it worked. We did. Yes, we did it. Perfect. Thank you. All right, and then they also said that I pressed the sound effect button too much, so please do let me know what you like and what you don't like about the streams. I'm serious about that.
Screw your freaking contribution.
And if you go back to the YouTube channel, I actually do have playlists. I think it's the last 3 or 4 Christmases. I know it's ever since I started doing this live streaming shit seriously. It's been like 3 or 4 years, I think. Yes, one of my favorite shields because of the double jump and because of the rings being magnetized. Not gonna lie, that PWR sound effect was good timing. Yeah, it was. And that's the awesome part of the random sound effects. You know, sometimes you gotta spam them because sometimes you might get some gold. But I understand if some people be like, man, that's like treading into review tech territory. So I want to make sure that I'm accommodating to all sights and sounds. You know, there are some streamers out there that I'm familiar with actually that do low sensory streams, and they don't talk on the mic. They only talk in the chat. And I get it. Sometimes you can be overstimulated. And I do think that my channel is definitely guilty of that. Oh, great. Now I'm Tails. Useless. Live and Learn is gnarly. Gives me nostalgia anytime. So, here we go again with my cringe nostalgia. I always associated Sonic Adventure 2 with the summer, okay? Now hear me out. I remember the original Sonic Adventure came out, what? With the Dreamcast? Yeah, with the Dreamcast. And that came out at September 9th, 1999, okay? I'm dating myself here, by the way. As far as I remember, because I remember asking for it and getting it for my birthday, which was in the same month. Oh, it was just you? Okay, now I know how to do it. All right, I just needed to be refreshed. All right, so it's going to aim, and it's either going to throw the bomb or going to throw the arm. And that was the arm. Whoa. Oh, okay. So anyways, I had I posed the question to the class. What was the superior boss music from what Sonic game? My answer to that question is Sonic 3. The Sonic 3 Robotnik boss song was the best one. What's happening? Oh. Apparently there's a time limit. Okay. I remember getting them on the GameCube one summer many years ago. I'm getting them out, channel. Oh, so apparently PWR had a gambling stream, and then he deleted it. Chad, is this true? Ah. Oh, I'm cheating. I don't care. Shit. I had Sonic Collection for GameCube too, I think. Sonic Jaded, welcome. What up, pimp? I'm assuming that you're here for the Sonic content. But 'tis the season. 'Tism the season. Whenever it's the holiday season, I indulge in the nostalgia. Oh. That includes playing a Sonic. Gambling from my childhood, yeah. But apparently he deleted it, but somebody archived it, so I may return to PWR editing. I just have so many ideas that I wanted to put together. The PWR iceberg is coming. That's going to involve a lot of research. Looking back, I'm going to need to get some help from maybe Dashfire or Ames. Want to see if Sav and Shroom want to say anything about it. Wonder why he deleted it, because he was talking about his mod and how he would let him hit. There's some very interesting power dynamics going on here. Oh, good. The battle with the sports book. I've already had a master planner. Is it still in the works? Wait a minute. I can't believe it.
Mission failed. We're gonna miss.
I need to lock it in. Got to put in work and not just push buttons on the phone. Yeah. All right, we're going to speed past things this time. Okay, for real. Now my audio is messed up. So let's go fix this. I know exactly what it is too. So just hold on. Bugged mechanics, dude. Let's see here. Okay, no sound. What am I looking at here? Nothing. Deleted a steak stream because he confessed to offering butt. Yep, he was kind of like putting over his alternative lifestyle, which there's nothing wrong with it. And in fact, if anything, the fact that he deleted it makes him seem like he, was ashamed of himself, which is unfortunate, Audio input capture. Ooh, here we go. Okay. And let me just turn off Wavelink too. I downloaded the Elgato Wavelink thinking it was something else, and it's not exactly what I thought it was. So, all right, let me get rid of that. All right, let's try this now. I have to monitor it. All right, sorry, fans. He wasn't offering. He was like, PWR was talking about the potential, like a hypothetical, like, would he? And of course he would, because he's a complete, hypocrite. There it is. All right, let me monitor this real quick. Audio properties. Monitor and output. Good. And now here's the coup de grace. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but I had audio ducking, so whenever I talked, the volume on the game would go down. I don't know if you guys like that, but that's what I'm applying to the brand new audio right now. Because what happens is, for whatever reason, I lose a sync between the audio and the video unless I do it a very specific way. So I just needed to go inside of my filters here, paste that in, and then close. I mean, Bud is Bud, but was never about Cat after all, was it? Yeah, I think the whole him trying to go after Cat was him trying to get to Phil. I think that's what it is. He's an incel, yes. He's an incel. All right, let's see if this works. Oh, I feel better about this already. Sound. Bro, these kick bots are pissing me off, bro. Get the fuck out of here. All right, we're just going to run through this so we can get to the boss that we failed on. Didn't know you can do stuff like that. I keep finding out new stuff to do, and then I end up breaking other things that I've done. All of this is held together with like duct tape and hopes and dreams. They must be like fearing me because they know that this Sonic content is going to take me to the moon. They know that they can't stop me. It's only a matter of time. Like, I'm not even going to front. We're best friends now. Fuck that yellow dude. I don't even know what your name is. I think it's Mighty. Oh, there is no regret because you were the bad guy the whole time. Taking cues from Mario, by the way. Oh, I'm a magician now. You know how long it took me to figure that out? Like the first time I played this? It was an embarrassing amount of time. It could be. Maybe it's Dr. Robotnik saying, send the kickbots to his channel. Stardust Speedway in this game is the best track in the whole game. And I'll die on that hill. Brother, we're going to have some words outside because Lava Reef Zone 2, bish, that's where it's at, bro. I will not be taking any more questions at this time. Muddy is the red one. Can't remember the yellow guy's name. Yeah, he must be important. None of us can remember. All right, let's try this again. We're going to do this right. Yo, I love this. Like the sudden drop. That's where it's at, bros. The only reason why I say that the Lava Reef Zone 2 music is superior in every way, shape, and form and everybody else is wrong is because it takes after the Spencer Nielsen sound, the Tommy Tesserato sound of Sega CD Sonic the Hedgehog. That, there we go. Good. And you know what? I was at the Costco. I'm not even, if you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I had a photograph of some protein pretzels. I was in the motherfucking Costco. I was in line at the Costco. They had protein pretzels. And in my earpiece, as this all was happening, I was listening to a YouTube video talking about how Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was supposed to be a time travel story. And guess what? Guess what it turned into? Sonic CD, bitches. We were just talking about that. So obviously the algorithm knows that we're all autistic for Sonic the Hedgehog right now. So it started serving me up lore dumps about what happened in development cycles and what happened when you plugged in Splatterhouse 3 into Sonic and Knuckles with the 32X on top of it. Once I get past the boss, I'm going to block the name Young Dung or whatever the hell. Yeah, Young Real, I gotta block that ish. Like, I actually kind of see it as like, it's not even like, I can't even be mad because these bots out here, they know where the real heat's at. They know where the spot is. When you out here talking about your own shit on my shit, that's funny. Screw Young Real, dude. You effing blank. I'll filter that name out real quick. Let me just take care of that. Please, bro. Bro, you better put a war ski on me. You better do a warski on me. You get on all hands and knees. And they even have the Sonic Spinball references, bro. We're going to be playing Sonic Spinball for the holidays. And this motif's from the Japanese Sonic the Hedgehog. He boogied hands and knees. Imagine getting ghosted by Wings of Redemption. I call him Dirty. Love that sound effect, bro. Love it. It reminds me of the smells of cookies being baked in the kitchen. We're celebrating our youth. All right, you know what? I'm going to take care of it right now. How do I do this? I'm going to copy that. And, bro, I'm already lost. Listen to this music while I figure this out. Hell yeah, I'm gonna make Young Real a banned word. How come I can't add that as a... Oh, there it is. All right. Get out, effing blank. They can't hurt us anymore. We've gone full Sonic. Hope we don't summon the Chris Chan. Oh, Jesus. The crossover I never expected. I used to say some shit to Chris Chan on Twitter when they would post, but it's just so low-hanging fruit, really. However, Chris Chan was my first lolcow. First, like, internet personality that I followed that did stupid shit on the internet. Yeah, that bonehead. Look, I let people talk shit if they come through. I don't give a fuck. But like, you spamming, you polluting my chat, baby. Ah, see how quick I was with it? I need that. Let me have that. Whoa. Damn, Young Real, you're persistent. Get out. Yes, Jesse Slaughter was like the prototype. The prototype for what a lolcow was. This was back when we didn't know what the internet was yet. We were still figuring it all out before it became algorithms and clickbait. I saw some sort of article, and it's so weird that all of a sudden my TikTok is also suggesting me these videos. They'll have like some AI generated videos where it's like kids on their bikes in front of a house, and it's obviously like a 1990s style nostalgia thing where it's like, don't you remember when the only social network you knew was when all of the bikes were outside of somebody's house and shit, like when you stayed outside till the street lights came on and shit like that, you know, stuff that doesn't exist anymore in this world, you know? Anyways, what I was going with this was, actually, I don't remember. Oh, Jesse Slaughter. Yeah, we were all on the internet. We didn't know how good we had it. Demon of Japan, what up, pimp? Who's Jesse Slaughter? Darkwind. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to take a field trip. I think Jesse Slaughter nowadays is identifying as a handicapped person, and I'm not kidding. Like, wheelchair. Yeah, have you ever heard of the saying, consequences will never be the same? Or I'm calling the cyber police. Like there were all the parts of a locale, and we didn't even know it because, you know, obviously Jessie Slaughter was acting wild on the internet, acting really silly. And then when her dad came into the picture, it was just like, oh, now we know where she got it from. I've called the internet police, yeah. Before there never existed a farm. True. Lost in the annals of MySpace or Napster or IRC or AOL Instant Messenger. There was a time, bros, where you would get onto the internet. Like, you had to, like, put aside time to actually log onto it. You had to wait for the 56K modem to sing to you. It just wasn't in your phone that you could just pull it out at any time. Back in my day, you had to go to the library to get on the internet. Yeah, we might take a look at Jessie Slaughter, actually. It's a sad story, really. How do I get out of here? All right, now we know what we gotta do. Here I was trying to like act all slick and shit, where I didn't even need to do anything, but go underneath their feet. What the? Got another idea. Hell yeah. Did we do it? We did it. Bro, when this shit dropped, I knew exactly where I was. Where were you when you first heard the Chemical Plant Zone song, bros? I know exactly where the fuck I was. I was in my grandmom's basement playing my cousin's Sega Genesis, bro. We were playing Sonic 2, his copy. I couldn't afford that shit. Having a Sega Genesis was a luxury item for me. I first heard this song and I said, this is a bop. I don't even know why. Jess Cup, welcome. Hello. We're actually gaming tonight. And if I knew that you guys were rocking out with the gaming so much, I would have done it a lot sooner. We got this young bonehead over on the Kick platform, knocking on the door, trying to get in. We all in the club, baby. Dumbass. Like this, like, you have to be patient, bros. Like, people nowadays, they don't have the patience to stand and wait for the thing to do. They just rather walk through it. Who cares? Whatever. Achoo! Excuse me. Broccoli cut cowards, true. Love the Genesis, but over here it was the Mega Drive. Bros, I felt like the Mega Drive was such a foreign concept to me. My dumbass childlike brain. Mega Drive? Nah, fam, this is the Genesis. Nintendo was called the Famicom? No, the fuck it was not. King B. Cruel always felt like the lone wolf with their friends, with his friends. I had a Sega, and they all had Super Nintendo. Sonic 2, 3, and Knuckles were my mains. Let's go. I eventually did get a Sega, and then also a Sega CD and a 32X, and a shit ton of games for all of them. I had a very awesome, generous stepfather at the time who, you know, the peaks of my youth, he's gone now. He's been gone for a long time, but like, we grew up poor. When we first met him, though, he was well-to-do, and he loved sharing. He loved being Santa. He was very jolly and very kind and generous. Tons of Sega games all throughout the years. So the holidays where my stepdad was in the scene, constantly getting all of these like literal like stacks of Sega games, stacks of Sega CD games, stacks of 32X games throughout the generation. It was awesome. So coming from a life where we were like poor, like I remember as a child, like a small child, like 3, 4, there was a game. It was like a board game, but it was really like a cassette tape that you put inside of a giant animatronic plastic action figure. It was called Mr. Game Show, okay? And all it was a cassette tape. And the board was like a giant host. And the host would move around, like, and then as you played the cassette tape. But anyways, that thing was only $10, all right? I remember my mom had to put that thing on layaway. A $10 Mr. Game Show cassette tape thing. $10 for layaway. Put layaway on a $10 item is what I meant to say. So coming from a very poor childhood, like early childhood, to getting all of this awesome stuff during the holidays, probably also was like the reason why I have such an attachment to it. Because it was really like it was a renaissance. I don't want to be tails. And for those Christmases that we were all together in that house as a family unit, Tiger Electronics, bro. Yeah, that was like the poor person's console. But I rocked with them. You knew I rocked with those things. I thought technology couldn't get any better than that. I was lucky I had a Commodore 64 with hundreds of games. Let's go. And again, like all of my main core holiday, or not holiday, but video game memories come from playing other people's consoles and other people's games, because we just couldn't afford it at the time. Oh, and by the way, let me just go ahead and talk about this level real quick. I really liked how they implemented this little mechanic here. The bouncing like this, it reminds me a lot of Wacky Workbench Zone. Wacky Workbench Zone was a awesome stage in Sonic CD where they had like a bouncing floor. Oh, that one makes it go higher. Have you played some games of My Fans or the games on PS Dreams? I have not. I always stuck with the mainline Sonic games when it comes to that. And you know that meme where it's the Hulk and he's crying? It's 2 panels and it's like I'm starting to forget the Grand Theft Auto cheat codes. One of them really cuts my heart, and it's the Hulk, and it says, "I'm starting to not have enough time to play video games." Like, I was thinking, like, I really wanted to get the Ninja Gaiden 4 game. I really wanted to keep my Final Fantasy 14 subscription. But I just can't, like, I don't see the net positive right now to hold on to those things, especially now that I'm not with a steady income. That's why also I have to put, like, a little bit more behind the goals. You just can't go willy-nilly into the greenery because everything stops when that happens. Oh, and then I lose it. Okay, all right, whatever. Sonic .exe was creepy. Why does everybody want to have sex with these characters? Why does everybody want to see these characters fornicate with each other? I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. Don't even tell me if you're into that shit. Young Real, you effing blank. You effing coward. Yeah, that's Sonic EXE. Like, I really do like creepypasta style entertainment. Like, I really rocks with that. Nightmind was a awesome YouTube channel where they like talked about creepy stuff. I really liked those creepy books. Remember when books was a thing, guys? They had what was it? The Hardy Boys, I think. The Hardy Boys was like a book series. And then there was like a one for girls too. I forgot what that one was called, but that I think was more popular. What was I talking about? Books. Fuck. Guys, what was I talking about? Zelda Majora's Mask creepypasta. Oh, creepypastas. There you go. Yes. The scary books. There were scary books out there. Remember what they were called? They had like that really weird art style. Scary Stories or something. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Nancy Drew was the girl's book. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Now we're starting to figure it out. I'm going backwards. Used to read the Hardy Boys. My grandmother used to buy them. I feel like the Hardy Boys books became like my prototype for my eventual appreciation for collecting comic books. I was fucking heavy with comic books when I was little. You know those X-Men, or not X-Men, but like the Marvel comic book cards, and then they had different series, and one of the series was them, like if you got all 9 of a set in the comic sleeves, it made like a giant poster. And then I remember there was like a series where they had like power levels, and they would discuss like what their like abilities were. Oh yeah, but like, I guess in my very specific kind of way, because I remember I remember really obscure shit like Image Comics, very Valiant Comics. There was a time where I was like, there was a comic book store right up the street from my house, so I would walk up there. I would save up money to get boxes of these cards. But I always rocked with like Marvel. I wasn't really a DC person. I thought Marvel had the better story. But I also liked Image because they were violent and cool. Shadow, Hawk, I think. Savage the Dragon. Solar something, I think. But Deathmate was like the big thing. Like, I didn't even know what Image Comics and Valiant Comics was. And I was like, it's a crossover, bro. It's incredible. I have to have it. And like the concept of different artists doing different stories inside of the series, like it blew my mind. Like, it was Avengers before Avengers for me. Hell yeah, Savage Dragon's underrated as hell. The Max, bro. The Max, bro. What was that girl's name in The Max? I think everybody had a crush on her. Maybe that's where I got my affection for midriffs. Alright, so this thing hurts me. Can't bounce farther. Let me just fly. Yep, I can fly. You have a Stan Lee rookie card? What the? A rookie card? In the industry? Did you watch the Max animated series on MTV? Absolutely. And Liquid Television, bro, was like my okay, so I've told this story a couple of times before, but I used to be like hardcore straight edge to the point where like I never did, but like I would be the type to narc, which is so fucking cringe for me to say, but like it was what it was. Oh. I'm back to where I started. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, Liquid Television, Aeon Flux, the Max. There were some other ones, bro. Like anything Peter Chung, I know like I'm kind of going off the beaten path here, but like Reign the Conqueror, this is going into Toonami and Adult Swim style stuff, but like I remember Reign the Conqueror. Up here we go. Hey, Sonic Jaded, check it out. We got some Mean Bean Machine. This shit right here, I could easily clear. I used to play this shit religiously. Same sound effects and everything. Julie was the girl in the Max. Thanks for unlocking that core memory. Yeah. Very familiar with Julie. But yes, it was crazy because like the Max at the time was like my first introduction to something that was more than just like superheroes in comic books. And I remember all of this was during the time where like Mortal Kombat 1 came out, the arcade game. So like they had it at the local comic book store, and I remember like obviously I was a kid, so playing Mortal Kombat was a huge no-no. That game was way too violent, but you didn't know that it was at the comic book store. So I'd go up to the comics book store all the time to look at the new comics and then to play Mortal Kombat. And that comic book store eventually had like a Neo Geo machine, so I would play like Art of Fighting. There was like a monster game where you played as like Godzilla style individuals. I'm just going off on tangents, man. Just forget me. Bro, I'm telling you, our channel is hot. Our channel's hot. Everybody wants to be here. Oh, it only blocks the... Okay, hold on. We're going to do this. We're going to do this again. Get rid of that. Unreal. I mean, I could, I guess, turn up the moderation or turn it to subscribers only chat. That'd be kind of whack, but I'm gonna just do that just as a way for my man right here. If he wants to spam his stream in my chat, he's gonna have to sub first. King of Monsters is what it was called. Hell yeah. It was King of Monsters. No, Rampage is close, Darkwind, but it was definitely King of Monsters. But yeah, the Neo Geo machines, you would be able to play multiple games on there. So it was like Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, and King of Monsters. And the comic book store always would have like a new arcade machine after a while. I appreciate you guys kind of like putting up with the technical difficulties and the troubleshooting. I appreciate it. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your company too. Like, this is awesome. I didn't think that like rocking out, playing, chilling. Oh my God, it's the TikTok song all the e-thoughts dance to. Actually, there's a couple of them. And I'm not complaining. I think it's awesome. We talked about this before in another stream, but I think it's awesome that like TikTok has taken a Sonic CD song and has brought it into modern times. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm having a lot of fun. Like before, I would play a lot of video games on stream, but then like I started covering Phil. A lot of people were coming out for that. I'm sure that's how like we all pretty much met up. But for the longest, like I've had this channel since 2006, and I used to do long streams. Just me playing video games. I wouldn't talk or anything. I didn't have a camera. I would just play it. I would literally be streaming from the PlayStation app, I guess, to nobody for the longest. I have like hundreds of hours of Final Fantasy 14 that I used to play cinematically. That was like the way that I was trying to stand out. I was trying to make it look like almost like a movie. So I'd be really nice with the camera angles, and I would try to kind of choreograph how everything would go. Oh yeah, so there was a channel that autistically took
At Darkside Rant a super chatted $5. Good to see you gaming again. Law was starting to think by Ooh Billy broke ya.
Hey, thank you so much, Dark Side Ranter, for the 5. Kuro enjoys this and joins us. Welcome. Now you have to say you were inspired by Phil, like PewDiePie. Hey, if I was able to win at life and then retire over in Japan, where all the waifus and hentai is, I mean, that sounds like a win to me. I honestly think PewDiePie introduced me to DSP, but I think I ignored it until later. I didn't know who DSP was until like the 2020s. I think it was COVID. I think I was just watching YouTube videos, and somehow, some way, the algorithm decided you need to know who DSP is, and it's been an upward climb ever since. But seriously, Darkside Rander, thank you so much, my friend. Big ups, mi amigo. That is worth pressing the button over and over and over and over and over again. And as you can see in the upper left corner, like, I'm not even going to front. I'm going to keep it in the stack. Ever since I lost my job, since I'm not in the 9-to-5 workforce, since I fell off the wage cage, I need to be a little bit more economical with what I do and with what I buy and with what I consume. So I can't just go into the green room willy-nilly, but I don't want to take that away from, of course, myself or from anybody else. So we do have milestones in place. Because of your kindness and generosity, we are halfway to the goal. And yes, we only get the green M&Ms, but also you need to get like triple stacks hidden inside of those. So like it's kind of like a roulette. So you never know if you're going to get the M&M or if you're going to get the MDMA. But thank you. We're gonna play this instead to celebrate Darkside Ranter's kindness and generosity. Oh, it's not gonna work? It's not gonna work? I'll make it work. I'll figure it out. Hey, all right. We figured it out. Oh, be careful. Classic. And you know what? To be perfectly honest, that would be the best thing to happen to Phil, because obviously there's the type of person out there, and I think DSP perfectly encapsulates it. It's attention-seeking behavior. It doesn't matter if it's bad attention. It doesn't matter if it's good attention.
At Darkside Rant a super chatted $10. Respect the goals. But seriously, to the green room.
Wow, Darkside Ranter, you son of a bitch. Thank you. And you know we're going to do it right. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. We just hit the goal. this entire time, I've been turning on the camo. I wanted to make sure that everything was working correctly. And now it is time. I will see you in the green room. I hope to see you on the other side of this. Whoa, buddy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the green room. Oh, my God. Where am I? Where am I? Dark Side Rancher, thank you so much for your kindness and your generosity. You are a king. Praise the cash, indeed. Thank you, 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 thank you. So I wasn't even expecting any of this to happen, so I do need to run downstairs and get all of the festivities. So would you guys mind? Would you guys mind if I take it over to the BRB room real quick? I swear to God, I'll be right back and I'll get everything situated. So just do stay tuned. I got some clips for you. I'll be right back.
You might be right. Maybe the answer to all my problems is by punching. Ah! I'm gonna stop it. Damn it!
All right. Wait, did it still take away my goddamn one of my bars? Oh, okay, it didn't. Good. I was gonna say, what the fuck? That's cheap shit.
Gotcha, bitch.
No! Oh, don't call me a bitch. That's not nice. That's not nice.
Ah, bitch.
We are a fan of them anime titties, every shape and size. The first time I've seen a pair of boobs. The 1000th time I've seen a pair of boobs. It's like Christmas every day. Never forget what they took from you. True. But Lady Doll has been doing the best work, the most work. She's been helping out a bunch of small fry content creators.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. I had to get not only the Puffco proxy with the joystick, I had to get the protein pretzels, bro. Let's go. Shout outs to the protein pretzel gang. And I'm dented. I completely forgot to get the concentrate. So let me just run downstairs real quick and get that. feel so feel like it's amateur hour. I should have had all of this ready, but I wasn't expecting it. We are hot, dudes. All right, so right here, this shit right here, got some cured sugar. We got the hot knife, because we're hot, dudes. And it looks like we got something to take a look at here over on the old Discord. Can't forget the hat, bros. Oh, yeah. You effing cowards. I've got the hot knife right here. Let's just turn this shit on. I'm going to press the button twice. Uh-oh.
It has no juice.
God. Disaster. Disaster. Is it something funny? We'll find out. Let's see what we got. Hey, okay. I will play it on the stream. Got some Spotify's. Ah, shit. Gotta get my Discord audio to look at it. King Virtual got me smartened up to this ish right here. Hello. Lur's not ready for the rancher to flex the 24-inch pythons of support, brother. Oh, you gotta listen to the whole track on Spotify. Well, bish, I got Spotify, bish. We're gonna just open this in Spotify. Let's go. I'm also stalling for time because my Puffco proxy was not plugged in. It was not plugged in, which is fine though. We have more than enough stuff to distract ourselves for the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the playlist. Check this shit out. Let's watch a gamer Stevie crash out while I try to get Spotify up and running. Oh, there it is. There it is. This is coming in hot from King Be Cruel. Thank you, King Be Cruel. Spotify. There it is. All right, so let's take a little vacation, little detour, and see Stevie J crashing out.
Seems very accurate. Hope you dug it back down on the floor. It's good, she told me she's ready to go.
Bro! Bro! How's that? I love the editing on this. I love how it's just really pushed in on him.
Wow.
Come on, bro.
I won! Let's go!
Go! Let's go!
My first solo in Chapter 7. Good
Hey,
shit,
yo.
Go!
Ultimate virgin sweat I've ever seen, basically. Virgin sweating. Jesus Christ. Woo!
Brother, you might be a virgin.
Go!
Do you think, guys, do you think gamer Stevie J is a virgin?
Jeez.
Jesus Christ. How hard do I have to fucking sweat? What the fuck is this? The game's a joke.
Game's a
God,
joke,
fucking
bro.
Stupid AI.
Yeah.
Oh no. Wow.
Let's see if this
Drive
has enough
around
juice in it
doing
now.
nothing. I thought
It
you
doesn't
were
have
like
pass through. It makes me
like
sad.
A real player, but
I'm the
they
best.
weren't.
There it
They
goes.
fucking kill me.
There it goes.
Oh. Sorry,
Season is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Jesus is stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
Such a stupid ass fucking company. It's not funny.
I just sent that person back in time.
Ian before meeting Anicia? Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I'm just not gonna.
The hits keep on coming. The in real life female style waifu.
laugh at.
Ooh, hello there. Hi, beautiful.
The AI fucking killed me. Fucking stupid.
You gotta
They
flick the
weren't
bean.
even with a real player. Of AI, they weren't even with a real player.
Oh, they're delicious. And everybody.
Somewhere else.
The second I picked this up and I took a photo of it, everybody was like, "Yeah, dude, you're eating healthy, stupid."
It would probably take me hours to get a solo win. Probably even days.
Yes.
At this point.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't like pack it or anything. I'm sorry, I didn't pack it or anything.
Tried your best and proud of you.
It's waiting for you. I'm sorry.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Let's play something else soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all celebrating out here in the green
I'm so
room.
heavy, I'd probably crush you all. There's like 10 people in here seeing me crash out.
Yeah, there's like some people seeing you crash out, bro. Like, it's not.
All right, let's go back to what brought us to the dance, which was Sanic. Thank you so much, Darkside Ranter, for your kindness. Oh, you like that? You like this hat? You can get it at the shop. I got a shop. Just saying. You too can get a snapback Suffa Dicka's hat. You too can rock this immaculate drip. But this is all Darkside Ranter's fault. Thank you so much, Darkside Ranter, for letting us hit the goal. Celebrate the only way we know how. This will definitely help us in our Sonic Mania adventures. So I'll see you all on the other side of this. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Level 99 live stream, and thank you so much, Darkside Ranter, for your kindness and your generosity. We hit the goal, and it's all your fault. Thank you. I saw that somebody tagged Triple P. I call him Triple P. When I made the announcement about this hat, because I mean, obviously we know where the reference came from. But outside of this one right here, one of a kind. You can get samples from like the stuff that you make at your own store. And I have two stores. The Spring store and the Fourth Wall store. I think infinitely better products come from the Fourth Wall store. It's not even close. And when I was making all those PWR shirts, he was getting really mad about it. I actually got a couple of sales, and one person who we're all familiar with said that it was one of the softest shirts that they ever wore. Whoops. I need to pay attention, guys. Oh, yes, and we definitely do a lot of Stevester content over here, too. Cerulean86, friend of the channel, does a lot of the Gamer Stevie J Crash Out compilations, and we watch them on the channel a lot. There needs to be more people looking at Gamer Stevie J, because he do be spurging out. And he's a DSP fan, so you know he checks a lot of boxes. And I may be wrong, but I don't think he's Canadian, which is an amazing thing. Because what a statistic. It just seems like all of these people generally come from Canada. What do you guys got going on over there? I mean, I'm an adopted Canadian, so, you know, I do represent Canada in my own way, as I do Argentina, of course. A lot of people around DSP says Darkwind end up being more interesting than him. Well, that's because Phil is just so damn boring. Whoops. Look, all I'm saying is that robot or whatever, that flying robot, jumped right out in front of me. There was nothing I could do. All right, so I really need to lock in here. Every time I play this, and I've played this every year, I forget what I'm supposed to do. There's something to do with these missiles. Hold on. Let's let the game explain it to me. There's two different types of missiles. The long boys and then these guys. Getting wrecked by all of them. Oh my god. All right, don't step on the long one. The little ones, okay. Hey, I'm sorry about that. If you want to reach out to me behind the scenes, I want to make sure I make that right. Yeah, there was like a discussion actually too about how Spring was trash, and I think that was even because people were trying to order things from PWR Spring store and they were just backed up a little. I'm slowly but surely taking all of my designs that I had over on Spring and putting them on Fourth Wall. The only reason I still have that store up is because you can link your YouTube to it, and I always put the links on there. But it's gotten out of control over there. Spring be like putting up crazy, like it's the only suggestion that I have when it comes to like, you know, attach a thing to the video or whatever. So I always try to do the thematic stuff. It's a PWR video, then instead of PWR shirt. And now I guess you could say that the Detractors tag team shirts are limited edition, you know, since we broke up and now we're seeing other people. Yeah, thanks for checking it out. Come on, Tails. Jeez. Wouldn't be a Sonic game without Tails getting in the way. Nah, we're off doing other things now. We've separated. We're seeing other tag teams. But it was amicable split. We still catch up with all the comings and goings. Got pet out the Adult Swim bumpers with some fake ads for your merch shop. Hey, that's actually not a bad idea. I do be thinking about what I can do next for a bump. I'll literally sit in front of Premiere and just be like, all right, what can I do? I even look at, there's a website that's called Bumpworthy, and it literally has the entire collection of all of the bumps, everything. Even when they had the era with the silhouettes, and it wasn't, the text wasn't perfectly in the center. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, and you know, Street Panda, friend of the channel, who I have one of their prints. I just have to get a big ass frame for it. Who knew that these frames? Of course, I got the biggest size, and I didn't know any better. So essentially, I just did what DSP did with the desk. I didn't measure. And I bought like the biggest poster print that I could to show some support to Street Panda. So Street Panda, by the way, put together a bunch of bumps in his style. And I've downloaded all of them. He gave me all of the original files. I'm gonna have a Street Panda Adult Swim button that I'll press that will play a random Street Panda bump that he's been putting together. What about the lolcow plushies? You know what? That's a market that hasn't been tapped yet. Keemstar be kicking himself. Be like, how come I didn't think about this? Who wouldn't want a Wings of Redemption plushie? No, I'd get a Naked and Laughing pull string doll. You pull the string and it says, Yashi. I'm not gonna try and imagine them as plushies. Got him. Nice. Nice. That's what I wanted, actually. If I could just play as that character, I don't even know their name. I think that's Mighty. We still don't know who the yellow one is. You know what, though? I could easily think of a prompt that could make a ChatGPT image of that. Just take a photo of one of these cows and go, take the subject in the first photo and then make a image of a plushie with this. Oh, buddy, I just got a notification. I follow this channel. Delorio. Do you guys know who Delorio is? So they are an A-log for Scott Cheetos. And Scott Cheetos is hilarious. And I want to start watching some Scott Cheetos, but I can't watch it on YouTube because this dude has a mouth. There's no way that I'm going to be able to live react to his videos on YouTube. Possibly on Kick, but I wouldn't even know if that's like a thing that I want to do because I like Kick and I want Kick to be the flagship. A Tickle Me, no, God, Tickle Me PWR, no thanks. I mean, if he gets enough of that yayo on him, then. Yeah, you can definitely tell when he's like on one because he starts talking, bro. Sniffle me, PWR. Oh no. Come on now, look at all this. This is crazy. Okay, now I have to remember what the weather things are. Okay, so the sun comes out for that one. Oh, and then I jump at it. Okay. The wind's gonna blow, obviously, up. Oh, okay, there's spikes up there. Storms. Not for the clouds, I guess. Storms again. Is that robotic chicken in the back reminding you of that the chicken in the Sonic cartoon? Is it giving off that? Ah. Oh, the poles. Okay, there's poles. I got it. Scratch. That. Yup. Yeah, I'm getting scratch vibes from this robot chicken over here. I was thinking the same thing, like, hey, we can't use the character. All right, here's the chicken. We're partial to chickens around here. We rock with chicken. Okay, now I know better. We got the wind going onto the pole. The sun is gonna come down. Yeah. We jump. There it is. Look, I can pick up a controller. I can pick up and play any game and be like a pro at it. Who are we talking about, Bat Boy? Because I made it subscribers only over on Kick. Any game at a professional level, yo. Yo. Flying Battery Zone, bro. Listen to this track. Like that. You know how crazy it was how good Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles were? And those two games came out like within months of each other. We barely got through Sonic 3 and then they're like, here's a whole other game. Deal with it. Play. Oh. Get this flame shield real quick. Of course it cost me all of my rings. I got greedy. That's what it was. I should have just left well enough alone. It's fine. Aw, shoot. Smoothie action. Let's go. I had a delicious hamburger dinner today. I ate 2 of them dishes. They were delicious. Keto rolls, of course. Oh, and here's a pro tip for all of you. You know how we like to stay on top of these types of things. I was looking at a TikTok and it literally was just saying, if you're worried about like what you're trying to eat, just look at the ingredients. Like if you just see like for this instance ketchup, if you look at the ingredients and it has a whole bunch of this other shit like high fructose corn syrup and all that, they have other options and it's like usually called like Simply or whatever, and it actually has the legitimate like 1 or 2 ingredients. It's only like 6 carbs. No, 5 carbs maybe. But for whatever reason, between this Simply ketchup and this sugar-free ketchup, the sugar-free ketchup, in my opinion, actually tastes better than, and I'm not being very inclusive with this language here, normal ketchup. So, to all of my ketchup style enjoyers, if you were to have a choice between, what type of ketchup to get, look for the Simply stuff. Look for the stuff that has like really simple ingredients, like a simple list of ingredients. Truth be told, Dickers would be an Eggman. Yeah, he would fill that role out quite nicely with his fat ass. Yeah. The red 40. Whoops. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I already lost my rings. What else can happen? All right, I know this trick. Yep. There it is, my favorite shield. Okay, so now it makes me the quintessential side-scrolling trope. We gotta have him on an upside-down magnetic ceiling thing. Eggman had visions and goals. Yeah, definitely not as animated as Jim Carrey. You know, again, my Sonic the Hedgehog autism was kicking in, and I'm only noticing this now in my adult life, because right after Thanksgiving I was like, you know, I would really like to see the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. And just out of the blue, because, you know, sometimes we at the end of the day, like right now we're watching Twisted Metal, which is actually really good. But sometimes there's like nothing to watch, and then other times we're like trying to catch up. Like we completely fell off on Gen V for a couple of weeks, but we forgot that like they were putting out new episodes because we were watching so many other things. But wait a minute, what happened to my guy? Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, come on. But yes, I would like to see Sonic 3 during the holidays. I haven't seen it yet. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna just say it. I do like the Sonic movie franchise. Leave me alone. Yeah, hot take, hot take. And here's an even hotter take. I don't like the Knuckles side series. I don't like it. I think we saw one episode of it and we were like, Well, I saw one episode. Somebody fell asleep. That's how enthralling it was. What do you mean, Darkwind? 3 or Knuckles? Because definitely ain't talking about Knuckles. I gotta watch The Sadness when my weekend rolls around. I heard it takes a lot of inspiration from a cool little comic called Cross. Okay. You guys have always been like on point with your recommendations. Got his hat. Okay, so let's just talk about this. I don't know how much like streaming television that you guys watch, but I've noticed like a pattern when it comes to these series, like in these seasons. It always seems like the entire series inside of the one season is built up just so they can set up one plot point. And it's like how Knuckles got his hat or whatever. Or how the Twisted Metal tournament is actually going to start. Like the whole show in the first season was everything before the game, which was just a very simple game. It was like Mortal Kombat with cars. But now everybody has a backstory and family and relationships. And I'm like, I just remember this guy that did this special move. Knuckles is meant to be terrible. Well, he is a son of a bitch. The one piece of Sonic media that I probably would like to watch, because I've seen clips, but I've seen them out of context, is the Sonic... It's the one where Sonic has his arms kind of blue, and Chris Chan freaked out about it. And they did a lot of fourth wall, like Animaniacs, Freakazoid style humor. So that fourth wall breaking stuff. Tommy Knuckles do got some heavy lore, but Fender's got that shit under legal lock and key. Oh, yeah, don't get me started on the Sonic comic book crap. It's like it's all its own cinematic universe or whatever. And then, like, the guy that writes it is a real son of a bitch also. Sonic Boom. Thank you, Monarch. Yes. That's the one. Yeah, I'll see, like, clips where it's, like, Knuckles and, like, they're doing ironic humor and stuff like, who would do that? Ugh. Ugh. But it was, like, good writing. Like, it was good writing. That shirt's ridiculous for how good it is. Yeah, sleeper. You know, some people like to watch Elf for the holidays. Some people like watching the Polar Express. Some people want to see Sonic Boom. This makes sense. The Ken Panders diss track is hilarious. That's his name. That's his name. Yep. I think we saw some sort of video. I don't know. Maybe it was last year. I'm pretty sure we watched it because there was a holiday where we were actually live reacting to music theory videos about the Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack. And just like when we were talking about the Sega CD Sonic the Hedgehog game, when I was playing it as a kid, I had no idea about motifs and music thematics, and I'm like, why do all these songs like resonate, whether it's past, present, and future? And then it's like, oh, it's because, you know, it's supposed to elicit an emotion. I was a kid. I didn't know that. I was willfully ignorant. Watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2. You watched that. Oh, okay. What? On Christmas. For Christmas. Look, as long as I can watch the Polar Express, I'm good. Polar Express is required viewing for me for the holidays. Oh! He's a legit lolcow. I had a feeling.
Who cares? Who cares?
Thank you, Carney. What's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, it's Tails. It's a classic Killer Santa movie. And 2 has Garbage Day. What the? I do love myself some campy horror. I'm sure this is going to be a deep cut, but maybe somebody can help me out with it. It's a movie. I'm really narrowing it down here. And I guess one of the main characters has like a robe with like a red handprint on front of it. For some reason, I'm thinking of the title. It starts with an M. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm just, you know, because we're all suffering from success right here. Celebrating. Manos, yes, that's exactly. I knew if you hum a few bars. The Hands of Fate, yes, sir. That's the one. Deep cuts. We got deep cuts tonight. Risky plays and deep cuts. That's a legendary MST3K episode. Don't you feel like sometimes like all of the live react stuff is kind of like a lot of people that also kind of grew up on that? 'Cause I remember that, bro, fondly. All right, come on. We got to figure this out. Chat, handhold me. Danny Boy, welcome. Hello. Over on the YouTube product. How/why did I get into DSP content? So I didn't know the dude existed until like COVID 2020, 2022. And that was only because I was watching Chris Chan stuff. I was just getting my feet wet in the lolcow style stuff. And then, of course, YouTube started recommending me more lolcows. Noah Antwilder was one. If I said his name correctly. If I don't, I apologize. It's the spoony one. And then there was a channel, I think it was called like Down the Rabbit Hole or something. And they had a spoony episode. They had a Chris Chan episode, I think. They had a Final Fantasy VII House episode, I think. Anyways, it's kind of like, you know, the oddities of the internet and such. And then, of course, the algorithm was like, hey, you would probably like this DSP guy. So I ended up watching him for a little bit.
At Fear Monarch super chatted $2.20. Push the button, Frank. Satellite emoji.
Let's go. Thank you so much, Fear Monarch, for the super chat. I'm going to spam the applause button for that one. It's incredible. And I do appreciate that. Check it out. We have the green room goal up there, actually. Like I was saying before, we have to be a little bit more conservative with our trips over to the green room for many different reasons. But just let you know that we are suffering from success, and it is all your fault. It's only the best. Thank you. So first off, let me fix this because it's driving me nuts. They do say that symmetry is beautiful, and I'm not seeing it right here.
Lord Diaz is king.
Oh, that is because I'm searching through my scenes and not my sources. But seriously, though, thank you so much, Fear Monarch. Let me go ahead and do the... I'll do the WPIG. I'll do the WPIG. Let's celebrate like this. Oh, it's not working. I forgot. I'm dented. I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Stand by. I had a button connected to it, but now it doesn't work. So I'm like scrolling through all of my sources and scenes trying to find it. I'll find it, I swear. Ah, yes, here it is. Look, I don't even care that that's from WPIG. I don't even care that comes from Detractor Beam and Injured. That is funny. And I will forever, always use that. It's incredible. Still trying to find this. Oh, here it is. I was looking at it. It was in my face this entire time. There we go. Now we've extended it out. But thank you so much, Fear Monarch. I really do appreciate it. Now more than ever. Big support, thank you. Let's play a nice animation. Stolen credit card. Oh my god, I was hanging out there. I was hanging out on that stream. Must have been yesterday, I think. I was just... It was on in the background while I was like cleaning up and doing other stuff, but there was a condo tour, I think, and there was all of these action figures, all of these statues, and DSP was trying to like explain what these things were, but like he didn't even know what the characters were. It's a great song. I haven't even played that game yet. Like, it's a bop. And in fact, right now I'm playing Mario Odyssey. And I just got to the one point. And I'm not gonna spoil it, even though it's like a 4 or 5 year old game. I got to a certain point and I was like, this is great. This is great. This is why Nintendo games stay $70. I wish YouTube never recommended DSP to me. These lolcows hook you. So what was your first, what brought you into the madness that is? I'll tell you what. For one of the most toxic communities on the internet, quite possibly some of the greatest people that I've had the pleasure of meeting. I feel like I'm a better person knowing that like people like Broside Phil got my back. Very like genuine, nice people and smart people and people that check each other. It's not a hive mind either. And you know what? A lot of people got a lot of things to say about Duty, but Duty always been supporting this channel, always helping me out. And it was actually this time last year, it was a coordinated effort between like King Jad, Duty Streams, and a whole bunch of others. Everybody was like, all right, we got to push this guy over the edge. We got to get him partnered on YouTube. And I think I needed like 1,000 subs or something like that. Literally on Christmas Eve. Across like Duty's stream and King Jad's streams, they were really pushing for people to come over to this side of the internet and start subscribing. Don't get it twisted. There's some freak bulls out there too. You're not watching the Kino Casino DSP video? I did a live react to it earlier, but I recorded it locally, and I'm glad that I did it locally because I'm going to have to do a lot of editing. There's no way that I'm going to be able to put that video on YouTube. And I mean, they said as much. They said they went pretty far. I know I was going to do it live, but I'm glad that I didn't. I had like an intuition. I was listening to my heart, and my heart said, you probably shouldn't live react to it live on your channel. You should probably record it and then upload it to YouTube later. Hell yeah, King Be Cruel. If it wasn't for DSP, I wouldn't have met King Be Cruel. Like, y'all are on the Christmas card list. I can't really buy like Christmas cards right now. So just like you'll get something in the mail or through a Discord. So now we're actually in one of the Sonic Mania original levels. And it's pretty good. It reminds me of Marble Garden. It reminds me of it's a unique stage for sure. But there's just enough to kind of get you like feeling like, oh, this is kind of like in the same style, same aesthetic as like a Marble Garden. But then it's its own little thing. And that was another thing, guys. Like when I was playing this as a kid, I didn't know anything about color theory and shit like that. And now when I go back and I play these games, I'm like, oh shit, okay. Sonic CD, for an example, you have the same stage, but you have different time zones or different times that you're in it, past, present, and future, and they all have their own individual color scheme, from the tiles, from the roads, the streets, the things that you see. So like right here, we got green and purple, gray. What am I doing? I could just fly. I got tails. But I mean, going back to the Kino Casino thing, they really put in a lot of work. The production values, like I mentioned it as I was watching it and recording it locally, they put in a lot of work. The production values definitely went up compared to like the last one. Oh, I gotta knock that thing out. Okay. You can easily clip down some of the Leather Daddy of Christmas Future. Yeah. And maybe that whole May 1st burst part 2. I think what I'm going to do is the traditional WWE when they're playing old footage and somebody gets hit in the head with something, they pause the frame right before the impact and then they just go to the rest of it. They don't show the actual point of impact, but you know something happened. I think that's how I'm going to have to do it. But I definitely need to mute the audio for that part. Man. And we all sat there and watched it. I was saying throughout the video, I was like, Warski's really going in on this. Like, no pause before the May 1st impact. Maybe I'll put a fast forward effect to it. Because it was long. It felt like forever. I think it was worth the payoff, though. The joke at the end, I think that was worth the payoff. Bitch, I'm Tails. I can fly. I don't give a hell about this mechanic right here. Worski had too much fun with it. Yeah. When they were in the part where they were like watching, where they were on the cuck sofa or whatever the fuck they were doing, you could tell one of them was really enjoying themselves. really method acting right there. More power to them. They're dedicated to the bit. And he was Linda was crazy. Oh my god. You know he watched it. Look, Linda was serving kind of hard. What was the Sorbello's? What was the pizza place called in the food court? The Sorbello's. You know there's going to be a ton of Kick usernames with like Sorbello's or whatever. References from the It's a Dented Life. Well, you know they had to get the most mileage out of those fake tits that they bought. Sabaro, thank you. I think that was the loudest I laughed during that. And who was that hot young dude that was also in the movie? He was the Latino style individual. He was representing our culture. You know, he did. His narcissism wouldn't let him not. Yeah, he needed to know what everybody was talking about. And I mean, let's just give him some grace for this conversation and say, what if he didn't watch it? You know he's going to have everybody in the world telling him about it. So it's not like he's going to escape it. So I'm sure in his own way, the way that he's going to cope about it. It's like, yeah, I watched it. I needed to see what all these mouth-drooling morons were saying and what they mean. It's just another dumb detractor meme, guys. I actually act at Jasper in bandages in the tiny wheelchair. Yeah, when the when Triple P, I call him Triple P, was in the buggy doing the 3-point turn in the living room, bro. The Volcano Hybrid probably had me feeling some kind of way, but like when the Angel, when Triple P showed up as the Angel, I thought it was the same character for whatever reason. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. My media literacy wasn't what it was, what it should have been, but I was like, this. All right, everybody shut up. This bonus round music is such a bop. Everybody shut up and listen.
Piss me the fuck off.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. That's so late 90s, bro. The 1900s, bro. Oh, we're going faster. You guys have got to remind me to talk to you about this Echo the Dolphin game. Okay, we didn't clear it. Let me tell you about this. Rumors and scuttlebutt are saying, the streets are saying that Echo the Dolphin is coming back. They're going to make a new Echo the Dolphin game. I need to take your temperature on what we all think about Echo the Dolphin over here, because I know we played the Otter game last year, and I know that one of the biggest takeaways that I had from that game was that the music reminded me a lot of Echo the Dolphin, which was an awesome atmospheric game. For surprise, surprise, you played as a dolphin and you fought aliens. It was awesome. It was awesome. What am I supposed to do here? Really can't go anywhere. Okay. The best part, says Kuro, is that they made fun of his hair, and the day prior they made fun of his bald spot to the point he started to ban people very aggressively. Imagine being so thin-skinned. I thought he was aging gracefully, dude. Shrink the screen and do the space balls. Fast forwarding, sir. Oh, that's perfect, Monarch. Yes. See, and that's another thing. Let me just glaze y'all a little bit. The creativity and like the wittiness, unparalleled. I will be on the Twitter and y'all be saying some wild shit on there. And like, you know how people do like, huh, I LOL'd. Or you really just like, maybe hit him with the huh. Nah, y'all seriously are deceptively funny. Like, you catch me off guard. I'll be sitting in a line somewhere and I'll just be like fooling at my phone, catching up. And I have had a couple of times, a couple of points in my life, let out a hearty chuckle, and it's all your fault. So the hair dye's not helping with the bald spot either. Look, he needs to get that just for men. It needs to be gradual. Whoops. They even have 3-in-1s out there. It's shampoo, conditioner, and the darkening agent. There was actually also a little bit of ASMR in that video too, because when the scene where he was putting the hair dye in his hair, it was just nothing but him combing his hair with the glove, with the plastic glove. And there's actually channels out there of people that just like put on gloves and like cut soap and shit. see those AI videos where it's like an AI generated video of a knife cutting like a giant diamond? And like now the AI stuff makes sound effects, so like it sounds like it's doing it too. They have entire series of videos where it's like, what if? Or what's the most comfortable way to walk up steps? And it's like steps of Swiss cheese, and it's like, I mean, obviously it's coded with these people that like feet, because it's like a generated video of like a woman walking through a plate of mac and cheese and shit, making noises. He needs to shave it. He's never going to. It's his iconic look. Hilarious. Oh, okay. Figure it out, stupid. Okay. He gets close. He swings at me. I turn to ice. He's jumping around. He's jumping around. Oh yeah, you know he's definitely the type to have one of those AI girlfriend style things. Just people be lonely, bro. Oh, you hit him in the air. Okay. Hit him in the air. I think. I don't know if what I'm doing is hurting him. Alright, I gotta make it count. Spin dashing doesn't work. Watch out for the Sierkins. Like, you know, whenever I'm like not playing video games and I'm like, okay, let's just say you're banging your head up against the wall, trying to figure out like a boss fight, especially like a FromSoft game or whatever, and you're like trying to like map out some like, concepts and some plans. Like, I always, when I'm not playing video games, think about, okay, let me just do the old Mike Tyson's punch out routine where I let them play out all of their animations. Like, they only can do so many attacks, and then see if I can just like, you know, navigate through all of that stuff and then worry about hitting. Because as soon as you find their routines and their patterns, that's pretty much it. It's a wrap. Locale of the day is Odell Beckham, who's broke after making $100 million in his NFL career. What the? Like, that's what pisses me off about these locales, bro. All the opportunities in the world to make a lot of money, and they just squander it. You got Bossman Jack out here going to be like, yeah, let's just... There's hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then just like... The controversy, is that Mecha Sonic or is it Metal Sonic? There you go, King Be Cruel. Stardust Speedway. Just vibe out for a second. Fast track. Now those enemies right there, I'm gonna be a nerd about this. Those enemies right there and that sound effect right there, that came from Metallic Madness, the last zone in Sonic CD. Those things right there, the fireflies, that is a mechanic and that is an enemy, a badnik from Metallic Madness, Sonic CD. And it makes sense because this is Stardust Speedway, which is another Sonic CD stage. Along with this motif. See? Circling back to previous terms that I'm now shoehorning into every conversation. It's a literal vibe. Yep. Like I said, I don't listen to Christmas music during the holidays. I listen to the Sonic soundtracks. I can imagine playing this like in the peaks of my youth and being completely like awestruck by it. You know, forget like, you know, we got people out there like sometimes you get some TikToks or some vertical videos where it's like these broccoli cut Gen Z style people going like, take me back to the peaks of my youth in 2009, like 2009. Like 2009. Jesus, sorry, Christ. Like, you're nostalgic for when everything had a beach level because everybody was trying to show off their water graphics on their new consoles. People are nostalgic for, like, Sonic Adventure and shit. And Kingdom Hearts. And Mario Sunshine. Everybody wanted to show off their water physics. Whoops. And these also were from Metallic Madness. And I guess Mighty is actually immune to spikes. I've been noticing this. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It does go hard. Darkwind says, could you imagine if Phil embraced the the money from the merchandise? Like, that idiot. He's leaving money on the table, bro. People ironically buy your merchandise. Like, Worski said he bought a couple of PWR shirts, you know, before he found out he was a drug addict. And I sold a couple of PWR parody merch. Yep, that's a Sonic CD reference too. Oh my god, is that a motherfucking Neon Genesis Evangelion reference? It makes sense he's an armadillo. Oh, now it's all making sense now. That's another thing, like when you come back to playing these games that I mean, it's always been like this. I remember literally my first RPG that I ever played was Final Fantasy 1 for Nintendo. But I didn't like it because it was all math and numbers. And wasn't Mario, so the first RPG that I actually played that I understood was Lunar, which was another Sega CD game. And then when I like played Lunar last year for the holidays, I realized how good of a game like it really was, because like I was appreciating the things that the game was like doing that I didn't know at the time when I was playing it as a kid was putting me in that direction, or why I even liked it to begin with. Like, I have the modern sensibilities to see and understand what's happening a little bit better. Oh, and that attack also is very Sonic CD coded. I love how pretty much every stage in this game is like a homage or like a tribute. Am I doing this wrong? It's fun catching up on old games, yeah. I always do try to make time to kind of revisit the games that I always play during the holidays. That's how I know that I'm in like the Christmas spirit. Finally. Excuse me. Another Sonic CD reference. Look at this. All of this is from Sonic CD, bro. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Look at this. The spotlights. The musical instrument ramps. And that pixel art, bro. Come on. Parallax scrolling. You know they were supposed to make a Sonic Mania 2. But no, they have to make more of this other Sonic shit that nobody cares about. Since we're on Stardust Speedway, we will be racing against Mecha Sonic or Metal Sonic. I know that there's two different types, and Sonic fans get real autistic about these types of things. Actually. Yeah, didn't Sega fall out with the developers of this game, unfortunately? That is something I didn't know. I know that they were working on it. Like, I saw a couple of YouTube videos that kind of like said, here is a concept art of what the sequel was going to look like. And they had like a brand new art style. They didn't want to make it look just like the old Sonic games like this one is, because they already did it. Which I get, and it looked really cool, but I think that's also what adds to the mystique and the appeal of this, is that, there's another Sonic CD reference. I love it. The hologram. I mean, look, if Eric Bischoff started working for Vince McMahon after WCW tried to put WWF out of business, anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. All right, Mecha Sonic Race. Now, I do wish it had the old Sega CD music to it. Like, this is a good song too, but like, that boss fight was like, it was incredible. Not gonna mention Brett going back to WWE. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Or Ultimate Warrior coming back to WWE. Gotcha. That sound effect is also a reference. It's a deep cut. Oh, okay, when it spin dashes, I can use it as a projectile. Okay. I've noticed too, like, I can really respond better to things when I listen. There it is. Oh man, don't say that. Like, if you watch enough TikTok videos and they start saying stuff like, you may be an adult autistic if you do these things. And I'm like, wait a minute, I do brush my teeth every day and take a shower. Ah. shooting bombs. Is Sasha Banks the only one of the never list these days? I think so, and I think the internet is now talking about how, you know how like the big thing on the internet right now, Bailey's having an interview on the Undertaker show, and they were like, yeah, they pulled me from WrestleMania the day before WrestleMania, and it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird how like they seemed to kind of like stick it to Bailey for a little while. And then they were like, by the way, Bailey also really is good friends with Sasha Banks and went to her shows and stuff. So it's like, the wrestling industry being petty? No. But channel handle, I could definitely see that. Wow, I can't believe it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call it a stream there. I have a beautiful woman waiting for me downstairs, and we're just about clearing 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think that's a good place to stop it. But you know I say this every time. This was the greatest stream in the history of our sport, and it's all your fault. Thank you so much, Darkwind. Thank you so much, Channel Handle. Thank you so much, Jess Cup. Oh my God, King Be Cruel. The one true king, just the bad boy with internet. Thank you, Cult of Carney. Koro. Fear Monarch. Big ups. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by. Danny Boy. Good to see your name here. Appreciate you. Appreciate your company. I'm scrolling up. I'm killing time, by the way. Fear Monarch, thank you so much for your kindness and your generosity. I'm pressing the button. Sound off in the chat if I haven't said your name yet. Dark Side Rancher, you son of a bitch. Thank you so much. It's because of you and Fear Monarch we were able to hang out over in the green room, suffering from the success as we usually do here on this corner of the internet. And also, really, seriously, thank you guys so much for being so patient when it comes to all of the technical difficulties that we've been working with. And thank you for helping me adjust and figure out what you guys like and what you guys don't like about these streams. Your direct feedback is shaping the future of this channel. And then also, I feel like we're going in the right direction because we have not had any encoding issues or any issues as it involves the frame rate. I've been working behind the scenes trying to figure out how to make it all work. And I'll be damned if ChatGPT didn't help me out. Apparently you can have logs for all of your streams. I talked to Gemini for a little bit and I said, what's going on? They gave me a couple of things, and then I was also talking to ChatGPT, and they were like, hey, just throw the text file and I'll tell you exactly what the problem was. And I'll give you a hint. Actually, I'll give you the entire reason. Looping videos and looping GIFs, all of the effects that you're seeing on this stream was hitting the GPU and the CPU and causing it to overexert itself. So I had to streamline the whole experience on the back end and start implementing things in different ways. So it's going to be a process. Thank you guys for, being along for the ride. Let me know when things are working, when things are not working. Keep that ish up. I really do appreciate it. Channel handle, thank you. And I'm scrolling up. Shout out to all the kickbots. Sonic Jaded. Thank you so much. Good to see you coming back around. XPWR Soldier. You effing blank. You effing coward. Stay tuned. I think we're going to return to the throwback series. Bayou Billy may have stomped me out, but we're going to have to see what happens in round 2. Feedback welcome. We're not on level 1. This is true. We're all the way up here on level 99. With that being said, I love each and every one of you platonically and consensually. Please do stay happy, healthy, and hydrated. And until next time, take care. Be safe. Peace.